Good thing we're paying for all these bells and whistles. All righty.
We can do coming soon. Thanks.
All right, we're live. Alrighty, sports ball fans and foosball freaks. Christmas is finally here. You can finally yank that nicotine patch of baseball off of your arm because real sports are about to begin.
I love you, Spencer Cadigan.
Head on down to the gas station, get yourself a pack of no filter cigarettes and light up because football season is finally here. We have the usual suspects on today. Looks like we got almost everybody on today, which is pretty sweet. It's our normal cast of rocket scientists and brain surgeons here to guide you through your day of football. I'm Spencer Cadigan. I'm your host as usual. We have Alex, the G Unit Ginzel. She's a Chiefs expert. We got Ian, the guy from Philly, Weeboo Santa Claus Drummond. He obviously is an Eagles expert. We have Joe, the second worst busser in the world, the Stallion. Don't let him give your girlfriend a ride home, Camparelli. We got Bentley. I'm a Patriots fan. Fierro. We got
the man at the shower.
We got Tony, TMP, Big Daddy, our resident gambling expert, Pantoja. And we got Robert, the mouth from the south, Roll Tide, Humphreys. And I think you're coming live from the great state of Alabama, right, Bama?
Great state in the great city of Tuscaloosa, baby. Heck yes.
All right. So we do have a ton to get to today. It's week 1 of NFL football. So everybody kicks off. We've already had one game in the books. We'll get to that. But let's go ahead and do ladies first. So G Unit, tell me about the Chiefs game today and ask us any questions that you might have about the Chiefs game.
All right. So we are playing at Arizona Cardinals today, 1:30 my time, 4:30 everybody else's time. Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire is looking really good. Pay attention to the linebacker, Nick Bolton. He's doing awesome, and he's going to lead the defense today. We are playing against Cardinals quarterback Ray. However, they do have like 5+ injuries. So the odds of Cardinals winning today are pretty low. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased.
Right.
Yeah, but they're entering the season with a lot of injuries. So that would just happen over this last week. For the money line, we got the Chiefs up 270, Cardinals up 220. Overall, Chiefs are picked to win this game. Over under is 53.5. The over is -112 and the under is -108. Does anybody want to tell me what that means?
Okay, sure. I'll go ahead and tell you what it means. So basically, when you see that -112, that the 12 in that 112 is what they call the VIG. Okay. So the VIG is not to dive too much into too much gambling. That's how Vegas makes their money. All right. So that's basically if you risk, you're risking $112 to make 100. So if you lose the bet,
just to make 100 every time. Okay.
Yes, exactly. But if you lose the bet, you owe 112. And here, real quick, just football is kicking off today on 9/11. So I just want to, I can't believe it was 21 years ago. It's insane. But anyways, never forget 9/11. All the people that passed away, all the vets, That's what gives us the freedoms in this great country to do what we do. So just I
Amen.
want to give a shout out to obviously the veterans, and just remember everybody who lost their lives in 9/11 and thereafter because of 9/11. So anyways, back to football.
Aid to the men, Spencer.
Yes.
Aid to the men.
That 2001 season, the Patriots got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was Brady's first. That was his rookie year, but his first Super Bowl season out of nowhere. So anyways, Alex,
Yeah.
go ahead and read those lines again real quick on the Chiefs.
So how it says, okay, so I went and looked at the statistics of the game today online, and it said over under dash 53.5. And then it says dash negative 112, and then U dash negative 108. So I'm like,
okay,
let's put these numbers together.
So what that means is they think that it's going to cost you a little more to take the over. You have to risk $100. You have to risk $112 to make $100. Okay. So that means that they just basically more people are betting on the over than the under in that game, which is probably smart. Real quick, just chime in real fast. Gambling expert TMP. Would you? I think I'd be taking the over on that all day.
I like the over on that, but I definitely, the money line, I wouldn't touch it. I would jump on giving them the 6.5. I feel they're more stronger. Kansas City has a more bigger team. And then, plus on top of it, they're in Arizona. Arizona's not good at home.
Yep.
They're not, but yeah, I think for me personally, I'd be taking the over on that game. That's going to be a high scoring, crazy game, I think. But I do feel I feel that the 6.5 is a trap. I think this game's going to be a shootout, like 44-41 Chiefs. I think both quarterbacks could throw.
Yeah, Spencer, thank you.
I think both quarterbacks could throw for 500 yards in this game. Ian, if you're putting $1,000 on any of those bets on this game today, what are you doing? So that I can do the opposite of whatever you're about to say.
Oh man.
Okay, and just so you know,
it's still Chiefs. Still Chiefs. They're still Mahomes.
Because there's that road dog. That's a pretty good team, and that's a pretty big number for being a home dog. Yeah. Now, granted, it's the Chiefs. Don't you take the Chiefs?
I think it's a shootout too.
Okay, and just real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex. Just so you know, if you bet the point spread, okay, that's pretty much an even money bet. So if you bet on your Chiefs to win by 6.5 or more, they have to win by 7 or more points. $100 basically wins you $100. Now those other numbers that you saw, you can bet on the Chiefs just to win the game, but you would have to risk. What were the numbers again? It was like 200 something.
112 and 108.
No. There was other numbers that you read off.
Oh, yeah. 270. Chiefs 270, Cardinals 220.
Okay, so in order to bet on the Chiefs just to win the game outright, you would have to risk $270 to win 100. That's what that's telling you. Or vice versa, if you wanted to bet on the Cardinals just to win the game, you would make 200 and something and only risk 100 because they're the underdog. Just to explain to you how that works. So
thank you, Spencer.
Okay. All right, Stallion, what would you be throwing $1,000 on in this game?
On any game?
No.
Just on the Chiefs. I'll take the over.
Take the over? Yeah, that's pretty much unanimous. Bentley, man in the shower.
Taking the over.
Over. Good. TMP, what did you say, Tony?
I like giving the 6.5. I like that because I feel it's comfortable. Once again, Kansas City might not have a star wide receiver right now, but they do have a star tight end and a great running back. Well, a couple of great running backs. And, of course, you got Mahomes himself. But, the over and under that you boys are talking about, I don't see that. I can see it going lower. I see it being a 24-14 game.
Wow.
You think the Cardinals are only going to put up 14 points at home against that freaking Chiefs defense? They ain't got much. Of
You
a
know
defense.
what? Hey, they picked up some new people this year. Let's see what happens.
All right, cool. Bama.
My money's
Bama.
on the Chiefs right now and giving the points.
Bama. What are you
Nope.
thinking in this game?
Of course, yeah, the over looks good, but I mean, I'm not counting out the Cardinals, man. You give me the Cardinals plus 6.5, and I might take them all day right there.
Yeah, I like that plus
They're
6.5 also. I mean, just
Yeah,
because.
they're
I
home.
mean, they're at home.
James
You know?
Conner, he's having. I mean, Marquise Brown could show out. I mean, and Cardinals do pretty well first half of the season. They start slacking towards the end, but yeah, first game at home, and yeah, I'd take the points on that one.
All right, cool. All right, enough about the Chiefs and Cardinals, but that is probably, I mean, to me, that's to me, the second best game of the day. We'll get into what I think is the best game of the day here shortly.
That's right.
But
Real quick,
okay.
James Conner or Keenan Allen? I'm doing a lineup right now.
Keenan Allen, I'd say.
I think
Yeah, I'd
Mike
go
Williams is going to take over that starting role. I like your other position. I like Connors.
Cool.
Let's
All
not
right.
forget that Cardinals quarterback just got a massive contract. I think he's going to be a little comfortable.
Yeah, he's only good for 5 games though before he gets hurt.
Yeah.
I love him and I hate him. You know.
Way to jinx him. Way to jinx him. And he doesn't care because he could immediately go to to Major League Baseball and not give 2 craps. So,
Not if he's hurt.
yeah, I'm sure he could go. But okay, so Ian, not that anybody cares about the Eagles, but you're from Philly, so why don't you go ahead and tell us about the Eagles today? Because
Spencer, you hurt my feelings
really
with
care.
that. I want an apology.
we really care about the Eagle. Like the Eagles are at Detroit in the
Well,
Who Gives a Crap.
They absolutely beat them up in Detroit last year. I'm afraid because whenever everyone's talk about the Eagles being good, they mess things up. It's a Philly thing.
Yeah.
Including in my personal
Well-
life you're my therapist, Spencer. You know that. I'm just
Therapist
gonna be
through
fanatic.
Therapist
But,
through football.
But yeah,
so,
they had a lot of pieces. They
Is
added speed on defense, but it's still the Eagles in Detroit. I think Detroit's going to be, go from 3 wins to like 7 wins maybe this year. They had a lot of weird things happen, including some of that Baltimore Ravens voodoo shit, voodoo stuff with the that field goal and all that. They were close in a lot of games, and I think Campbell's a good coach, but he doesn't have the players. And hopefully,
is what's his face still their starting quarterback?
Yeah, Goff, and he's he's one of the top 32 quarterbacks in the league. He's a starter, but he's not great. No, but seriously, you look at NFL
You,
stars.
my friend, are one of the top 32 in the league.
How many teams are in the NFL? 32.
32.
Yeah, no.
So you need 30 starting quarterbacks.
It's not 32. It's 32.
I just so Jared Goff is leading the high flying Detroit Lions. I feel bad for the Lions. But okay, so yeah.
Hey, I like what their pickup with their new wide receiver, the Shock. D-Shock.
Yeah, DJ Shark's not going to be bad.
Yeah,
good
he's good, man.
Shark.
Yeah.
So
Not the shark, it's the shark.
Shark attack.
The Eagles are favored by 5.5. Ian, you think
I would go. I'd take Detroit with the points.
Detroit with the
It's
points,
way
so
close.
it'd be a close game.
Yeah.
Give me your predicted score of that game that nobody cares about.
27-23 Eagles.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Moving on. Joe.
That was fast. You used me like a
What's up,
dirty
brother?
lady.
Yeah, we gotta move
You
on.
used me like a dirty lady of Los
Okay.
Angeles.
All right, Joe. So
We got a
you're-
huge game this week. I think
Yes, we
the
do.
ga-
Yes.
the game of the week. Game of the week,
I think
baby.
it's the
I
game of the
think-
week also.
I think we're gonna have a shootout. I'm big on my dailies with going with Herbert and Derek Carr. I can see a shootout in Vegas.
Easy
shootout. I'm like stacking
This
all my
ain't-
dailies
but
with
remember,
Derek
hey,
Carr,
hey,
Herbert,
hey,
and I'm taking.
Remember, this is not in Vegas. This is essentially an away game.
Oh, it is. You're right. I still don't think.
But it's still kind of a home.
Yeah,
game.
we're gonna have more
Raider
Vegas.
Nation is all over LA.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of Vegas fans, but I still think the Chargers are gonna show up, obviously, with Herbert. And I think Derek Carr is gonna come out hungry with Devontae. I can see this being like a 42-35 game.
Yeah.
I obviously want the Raiders, but I'm kind of nervous. I think the Chargers going to show up. I think Herbert. So I'm going to take the Chargers at a 42-35, but I'm going to take the I'm going to bet the over on this one as well.
Yeah, that's
Watch out. The Raiders a surprise team this season.
I do. I like the Raiders winning the AFC West. I don't like them this first game. I think the Chargers scare me. I don't like them.
I think personally, this is going to be my favorite pick of the day. I think I'm taking the Raiders plus 3.5, just because of that half point. I think it's going to be a high-scoring, crazy freaking game.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels.
I really think this game is going to be decided by a field goal.
Yeah. Tony shaking his head.
You don't think so?
Now, what's the over and under again?
Justin Herbert looks like Brad Pitt.
52, 5-2.
52? I take the under all day on that. I think the score is going to be the Chargers 21, the Raiders 17.
There's going to be all Raider fans at this
because you got to think about it. The Chargers got all their defensive back. They're healthy. They got Bosa. He's ready to show up. He's ready to prove himself. He's ready. And then, but you got the Raiders too. But you don't get any big names in that backfield for the Raiders and for the defense. But you know what? Anything can go. But I do save the lower.
Derek Carr and Josh McDaniels are going to create magic this season.
Why you gotta keep being Debbie Downer about the freaking best games of the day being low-scoring, boring games, Tony?
Nah, hey, that's called football. It's called Sunday.
It's gonna be 20-17. It's gonna be
21-17.
Boo, that's boring. This game, we just Chiefs and Cardinals. It's gonna be 45-42 Chargers, and they're
not
both
that high.
For 500.
I got the Chargers.
God bless you, baby. God bless you.
All right, so let's get everybody's. So G Unit. Remember
Chargers.
the numbers 3 and a. Yeah, but are they going to cover 3.5? Are they going to win by 4 or more?
Yeah, they're going to win by 4 or more.
Okay. Guy from Philly. When you're done booing Santa Claus, what do you think on this game? So I can do the opposite.
I wasn't paying attention. What game were we talking about?
Chargers, Raiders.
The Chargers, get with the program, son. Chargers and Raiders, the game of the day. Chargers are favored by 3.5.
Where's it at?
It's in LA. So does it really
Raiders?
matter?
Come on, Raiders. They
Plus
come off
the
the
3.5.
playoffs.
Yeah,
got it.
Raiders.
Got it. Okay, Bentley. What are your thoughts? 3.5. Chargers.
3.5. Raiders win. McDaniels and Derek Carr are creating magic this season.
Sweet, I'm all for it. Bama.
Yeah, all wrong, dude. The Chargers take that one way more than 3. Way more than 3. The Chargers are at least 7 for the Chargers in this one.
Raider
Really?
Nation. Raider.
Yeah,
Really, like
after last year, missing the playoffs on a field goal at the end right there against the Raiders, dude, Herbert's going to come out there and smack them down.
Doesn't Herbert look like Brad Pitt?
Wow.
Whoa.
You got a man crush on her?
That was weird.
That sounded like a man crush to me. All right, so World Wide Web, you've just gotten all kinds of amazing expert opinions about the game of the day. I'm still going Raiders plus 3.5, and it's mainly because of this. I don't care who's good, who's bad. This is like fighting your little brother. Like, you might be way bigger and way stronger, but it just always seems like these are close games. And, you never know. There probably is going to be a lot of fights and possibly a shooting in the parking lot.
The Black Hole's coming to SoFi.
Just so you know. That parking lot is not somewhere you want to be after this game ends.
Nope.
Which parking lot is more dangerous, Dodger Stadium or SoFi? We got to really come up with the stats on that.
It depends on who they're playing. But anyways, okay, we're going to take a real quick break, guys. Get some words from our sponsors. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Ray Panetta. He owns Pro Signature Sports Memorabilia.
What's up, buddy?
Pro Signatures Memorabilia. My buddy Ray has like the sickest sports memorabilia business I have ever seen. I met him like 4 or 5 weeks ago at Cedric the Entertainer's celebrity golf tournament event. This dude has stuff in his collection that is amazing. He's allowed us. We're promoting his business, trying to get him as a sponsor. I'm going to try and get him on the show. Come on, talk about sports memorabilia. The buy low, sell high. What players can you get, for cheap right now that are probably going to skyrocket in value? But I want to give a shout out to Ray Panetta for letting us promote Pro Signatures memorabilia, because the dude has just insanely sick stuff, and I hope to have him on the show soon. But we'll be back in a couple minutes. We're going to get some words from our amazing sponsors.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out. Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Come on. It's my time. It's my time. Last chance to get these things rolling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
Sports talk shows where the hosts may be famous, when they get paid, no matter whether they're right or wrong, kind of like the weatherman. On Sports and Tacos, we only get paid to be right. So on Sports and Tacos, we put our money where our mouth is. All right, World Wide Web, we're back on NFL Week 1, kickoff Sunday. We've gotten to the Chiefs. We've gotten to the Eagles. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to let Bentley tell us about the Patriots game today. What are your thoughts on?
All righty. 10 a.m., we got the Pats at Miami. And, these are one of those games where Miami always has our number. I don't know if it's with the colors or anything. I
think it's got to do with the weather, personally.
Yes.
Because it's
and also
hot, it's humid. They always play like crap in Miami. I don't know why. Even back in their heyday. It's
just something with the weather. But I am going with the Patriots on this one. But I think it's going to be barely, maybe by like 3 points. And Mac Jones, second season, sophomore. This is the time. Let's see. Because the Patriots really need something. Now they got the Bills in their division. So Patriots over Miami, 10 a.m. game.
Give me your predicted score.
17-21.
Oh, my God. Another totally boring game. But that's probably more likely. You're probably right. Because I'm looking at it right now. The Dolphins are favored by 3. Do you think that's a trap? Do you think the whole world's going to be – I wonder what that opened at. Because I guarantee that there's guys sitting there just throwing lots of money on New England plus the 3. It makes me wonder if Vegas doesn't know something we don't. What are your thoughts, Tony?
You know what? Hey, like with the man in the shower, your team, the Patriots, they picked up a new wide receiver, Devontae Parker. You know what? From Miami. Go figure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still going to go on that happy trail. I'm taking Miami. I think I'll take the points. Wow. I'm just going Miami. It's their destiny there.
Miami and the points.
Patriots, at least we got wide receiver Jacoby Myers is going to play after all. He was injured, but he's going to play. But my concern now with the Patriots is this is not the same team, guys. You know, we have a whole new locker room, kind of, you know, management. A lot of things have changed on the inside on the pieces. So let's see. We're all hoping for Mac Jones to create some magic here. And where the hell is the defense? We have the defense. We got the coaches for that. So let's hope the Patriots this season with their defense. I mean, right now they should be able to hold off Miami, right? You would think.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good game.
I mean, I think personally the teams match up pretty evenly.
They do.
But-
They do.
But God, it's a tough game because you have the weather, the heat, the humidity on the side of the Dolphins. But then you got Darth Vader coaching the Patriots with all his experience. I mean, he can get medieval if he wants to. So I mean, if I had to put $1,000 on this game, I got to take the Patriots plus the 3. I just do. I'm not convinced that the Dolphins are all that in a bag of chips. So, what are your thoughts, Bama?
I like the Dolphins at home, man. Yeah,
Yeah, you
give
like
me
the
3.
Dolphins?
Yeah, I give them 3 up. Yeah, they brought in Tyreek Hill to try and help out the offense. You got Chris Edmonds trying to help out the offense. I think that'll be enough to get past the Patriots today.
Got it. Yeah, that's Alex, do you have any opinion on this game?
I think the Patriots.
The Patriots?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
they've
Like
got
I said,
it.
Something about the Bill Belichick being an underdog. I wonder if you went and if we had a stats boy. I wonder how many times Bill Belichick has been an underdog in his entire reign as the head coach of the Patriots.
So before last year, probably just a couple.
I guarantee you, it doesn't happen very often. So when you see it, it's kind of like, what? So
Yeah, and again-
I got to take the Patriots on that one. Well, that leaves us to this little team in the Mile High City, known as the Denver effing Broncos, who have a brand new quarterback, and we have something to root for the first time in like 6 years, Mr. Russell Wilson Jr. the third. And just so happens, I'm sure that the schedule makers made it so. We open up at Seattle, which, Seattle doesn't have a whole lot going for them. They obviously need a quarterback. But what do you think? Okay, Tony, do you think Seattle is going to boo Russell Wilson? Let's start there.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I think he's going to get a standing O. I think he's going to get love for what he's done to that community, for everything, for all those people, for all that love that he brought out, him and his wife and his family. Nah, I think he's going to get a standing O, and everybody's going to love him and respect him.
Because I was hearing some stuff on Sports Talk this week that there was some pretty serious bad blood towards the end of his
Him and Pete
tenure
Carroll.
in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the GM. Like, even when he was in his prime, like they were considering drafting quarterbacks like in the first round, even when he was.
I just feel the respect. I really do it. It's just like what happened with Peyton Manning when the Broncos went to Indianapolis. He had his standing O. Everybody loved him. Everybody respects him. I feel the same way with Wilson.
Yeah,
I think they're going to
Sounds a little
cheer for him
different,
in the
though.
beginning, and then that's it. He's an opponent.
Yeah,
and
Like,
then
Russell's
once
a little different because he was hurt coming off. No, they got to give Russell love, though. You got to give Russell love.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, there's like kind of stories starting to come out now about how that situation was not good towards the
Yeah,
end.
it doesn't help. Russell should keep his mouth shut right now, talking about what happened in the past. That's the only thing.
I don't think it was. I don't even think it came from his mouth. I think it's people inside the organization are kind of tweeting, little tweet here and a tweet there about, because those last couple seasons, I mean, he wanted to win. That's all he cares about is winning, and that team was doing nothing to help him, get back to the Super Bowl. And it sounded like they were trying to replace him, which kind of is weird. But All I know is I'm a Broncos fan, and I am super happy to finally have a quarterback again. The line on this game is the Broncos favored by 6.5 at Seattle. Yeah, that line. I don't necessarily like that line that much, but what are
I
your
do.
thoughts,
Also, to make
Tony?
something happen. And what color are the Broncos wearing for this game? Are they wearing the Orange Crush?
I bet they dress up in white.
Well, they're on the road, yeah, so probably be white.
Yeah, you would think they'd be in their whites, So what, Tony? Tony, give me your breakdown of this game. If you're putting $1,000 on it in Vegas, what are you doing?
Well, for one, I'm very happy. We have a new owner. We have a new coaches. We have a new team. We have an older team, but a new team now. We have the body. Now we have the brain. I'm excited. We got new everything. I love it. Broncos all day. 6.5. I'm taking it. I feel that we have a stronger offense, a way stronger defense in them. They're not like their past. They're not like their past. And we're just starting, Nobody knows about us. We didn't have any of our starters start during preseason. So, just like Forrest Gump, it's like a box of chocolates. So I'm game. Go Broncos.
Yeah.
So you're taking the Broncos. Again, I hate that. I've always hated that number, 6.5. It always seems like a trap to me.
I feel it's going to be comfortable.
They literally bait you with that just under 7 number, knowing that everybody's just gonna jump all over the Broncos -7, and it seems like okay, Tony, let me ask you this: what's your predicted score of the game?
I knew you were going to ask me that, Shotgun. I'm going 35-21.
So you think the Broncos go in there and pretty much thoroughly stomp them?
Yep. We all got something to prove because guess what? We are in the AFC West. You know what? Everybody's going to be fighting. 2 of them are going to be battling each other today. One of them is playing a team that, everybody's lacking, Arizona. But you know what? I think that's going to be a fun game too. But our game, Monday night, yes, Broncos. We're going to show up because we got, like I said, we have something to prove. Our coach has something to prove because he was getting a little rash because he didn't start any of the starters during preseason. So now I think different. I think he's going to come out. I think he's going to rock out.
Yeah, that's probably the case. We definitely, in all facets of this game, should dominate this game. Really, that's probably. That's probably.
We got a second-year cornerback there, Shotgun, that could be a possible All-Pro. Where I feel he is going to be an All-Pro, and I think he's going to help out our back defense to make some touchdowns. I see some picks coming his way.
Let's not forget the 12th man. Don't forget the 12th man.
And they're going to need a 13th, a 14th, and a 15th man to beat the Broncos.
Yeah, Hey, real quick, Joe.
Yes, sir.
I need to know something real quick. Then I'll ask you about the Broncos. When you were backstage, how did you get back on?
I literally my phone died, and then I'm like letting it get some juice. That's why I was off for a little bit. I was in backstage for like 2 seconds before you let me in. Okay,
so then it popped you up.
Yeah. If I log back out, that's why, boys. Sorry, I forgot I didn't have my laptop and my phone's low. So
you're fine. Okay, so Joe, you're putting $1,000 on this game. Broncos favored by 6.5 at Seattle. What are you doing?
Dude, I think I'm gonna have to go with Tony's. I think Russell Wilson's got a little chip. He wants to go in there, the AFC West is the toughest division. They go out, every game matters in the AFC West if you really think about it. I don't think they can just give up one to Seattle this early and have it not cost them later down in the line, I think the winners out of the AFC West, you might become last place and be 10-7 in the AFC West, So I think they're going to get the job done. I think Russell's going to come out hungry. I'll take the Broncos in the 6.5.
Broncos in the 6.5. Okay, yeah. Alex.
I've got Broncos winning for sure. Final score 31-27.
31-27. Awesome.
Go
All right.
Broncos.
So that's not covering. That's not taking the Broncos then, because they wouldn't cover, right?
No, they wouldn't be covering.
Well, unless he takes on the money line.
Oh yeah, the money
Yeah.
line. All right, money line.
Thank you, Tony.
Uh,
Money line.
Fair. Tony's on it. Tony's got you back.
That's right.
I'm just drilling you.
All right, cool. Bama.
Broncos game, 17
Yeah,
point win easy. 17, man. Yeah.
You think they go in there and just
Yeah,
stomp?
Seattle's completely threw away their team offensively, defensively. All they got is 2 good receivers, but they ain't got a quarterback to get the ball to the receivers. So, yeah, Broncos win by at least 2 touchdowns or more.
Got it. Cool. All right. I think that's pretty. For me, I guess Tony has convinced me. I'm gonna take the Broncos minus the 6.5. By by all facets, any way you look at the two teams, we should stomp them. And because of that, we're probably going to win by a field goal. So, whatever.
Don't forget the
Safety.
12th man.
All right, hey Alex, and then everybody. Let's see. The only other game we really need to talk about right now is Tampa Bay and Dallas.
Yes.
Everybody, talk amongst yourself. I have a email I got to send here. Alex, start us off. Tampa Bay versus Dallas. So you got Tom Brady, you got Dak Prescott. I'm trying to see. What
Tampa Bay all day. Tampa Bay all day.
Well,
and just so you know, Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5.
I hate to say it.
I got it.
That's another rarity. Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Cowgirls.
Yeah. What's up with all the home teams being underdogs this weekend?
Well, I don't like what's
Yeah.
going on with Tom Brady and Giselle. Little divorce. I don't think Tom Brady's got his head in the right place, dude.
Really? He's
No, I'm
divorcing
sorry.
her?
Have you heard the little rumblings? They're in a huge fight, I guess, and Giselle has moved out of the Florida estate where they live in and like moved somewhere else. They're not like divorced yet. They've like been in a fight like this before, I guess. But I don't know, and that's why Tom Brady is like his absence for 11 days. That was like the reason, because they were fighting. But I guess the fighting's still.
Did you
not,
guys hear Dak's hurt?
It's still not really. It's because he came back, dude. Giselle wants his man or wants her man.
Well, that's what happens.
Hey.
If it's not healthy at home, you're gonna have a big mess. And
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yep.
going to affect his work performance.
and-
so.
That's the
And
field.
Brady told Giselle, "Hey, I love my football," and she said, "No problem," but she changed her mind, and now she's going after him, and now saying, "You're a terrible father. You need to take care of your kids." And
Yeah, it's like what's
guys,
happening. So we'll
remember,
see
he
how
Oh,
missed
this
11
season
days,
goes.
and he can't practice. His head's not in the right place. I'm going to give you guys one point of proof. If you guys recall, when Tom Brady had his last girlfriend pregnant, Monahan or whichever, that season, he wasn't married. He has a kid from another girl, and that season he played horrible. He played
Yes,
so bad.
Dang.
Played bad.
See, and that was my long shot of the day. Was the evening. Go figure. I was going to do the money line and Dallas. I feel Dallas in Jerry's country, in Jerry's world. There's a lot of things that have to get proven. If this is going to be an American team, you need your American quarterback. You need your American running back. They're doing good on defense. You got a rookie. You had a rookie, defensive rookie of the year. You have, man, and then look at Diggs. Look how many interceptions he had.
Yeah.
I just feel they have a lot to prove, including the man in the backfield, the quarterback and running back. I feel that's going to happen.
Now, here's another thing with the Cowboys I want to bring up. Jerry has already kind of announced, during his radio show, like, hey, Mike's a good sport. He's doing a good job. We're going to keep the same defense coordinator. And next season, we're looking to Sean Payton as our new head coach. I mean, you don't have an owner of a company start saying that. So another thing as well is I believe Mike McCarthy, the coach of the Cowboys, he's going to be a little nervous coaching now. He knows it's going to be over for him already this season, pretty much. As you guys recall, when the 49ers announced they're getting rid of John Harbaugh when the season just started. I mean, the same old kind of deal. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
See, but on that point, wouldn't you want, as being a head coach, knocking it out and killing it, knowing that you're going to be leaving, and then all of a sudden, you get a bigger and better paycheck and maybe a possible better team.
Here's the flip side to that. McCarthy don't have a spine. I don't think he has that the ability to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got a point there, but like I said, we'll see tonight. And it's not all about the coach, even though he throws the plays out. He's the mind. But at the same time, you still got all those players that have to perform. That's why they got drafted. That's why they got picked. That's why they're making all that big money.
I think today, this Sunday night game, I want to say this, and it's not exactly the right words, but I think we have two kind of dysfunctional teams. You got the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys, okay? Jerry Jones, it's a mess. And the first time ever, I think we're going to see Brady not 100% there, a little messy. So it's going to be a very interesting – I think it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And I really don't know. I think the Cowboys do have, though, the advantage on this one.
See him with good, and then with the Tampa Bay with good when he's 90 minutes before game time to see if he's actually going to play. For all those fantasy people out there, if you're going to chance it, hey, good luck on that. I pulled him off my bridge, but you know who I do like? That's going to take over that position I fill. Julio Jones. He's on a new team, a new way. He's been with Atlanta for so many years where he had one great quarterback throw to him. Now he has another one. I feel he's going to do all right.
He will. He will. Let's just hope Brady has his head straight. It just doesn't help when your current wife's saying, like, Leo treated me better and Brad Pitt treated me better and that kind of stuff. It's just not a good idea.
Breaker.
I think he should be more worried about Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and what Giselle said to him. Those guys are going to be on his butt tonight. In Dallas, yeah.
Breaker. I'm back.
After the way they lost the game last year in Tampa, yeah.
Oh,
Tom Brady's in for a long night, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so. That's why these athletes, I think these guys need to be really focused, and tell their girlfriends, hey, honey, we're not getting married until I, win the Super Bowl and all that stuff, and then we'll go from there. But when it's get home now, you got to take care of your kids. I'm tired of you playing this game. Who do you love more, football or me? Poor guy.
The paycheck.
Yeah, but the funny part is Giselle, she doesn't have to worry about money or, finding a man because look at her. She's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. She probably tells Tom that, Tom, I have your kids. I could get any man I want. I don't need you.
Yeah, I offered for her to take me out, and I haven't heard back.
I'll just get a younger guy who'll treat me better. You're not good enough for me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Poor guy. There's Tom taking care of the kids, being all good. And then Giselle's going to kick him out and then get a new young 25-year-old boyfriend living in his house. And the guy
making peanut butter and jelly for the kids for school.
He understands me.
Nah, I take Cowboys tonight, though. I really do. I usually I'm kind of sometimes anti against the Cowboys, but tonight I'm in Jerry's role.
Tonight. I can see the Cowboys winning tonight. That's for sure. But let's see. It's the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones did announce they're going to win this season because Dak Prescott now has six-pack abs. So that was all over the headlines and the whole thing. So a lot of pressure's on Dak.
Zeke's got a hurt ankle too.
No one talks about that. Jerry just talks about the six-pack abs that Dak has now. So that it's it's going to mean they're going to win.
I love it.
Yeah. I got to say, the one thing about the Cowboys, they're very entertaining. Jerry just steps in and starts saying all this stuff, and the Cowboy fans start saying, yeah, Jerry's right. Yeah. Jerry's a great salesman. That's for sure. Give that to him. He's a great salesman. So
he can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Oh, yeah. He's a great salesman. He just talks about what's going to happen. I mean, look at the Cowboy fans. They're already saying, yeah, next year we got Sean Payton. Yeah. I'm like, isn't that bad to say that now?
And they haven't even started yet.
Yeah, Jim Jones has his own little cult there. That's why he's...
Watch the Kool-Aid.
Well, let's see. We'll have some entertaining games. It's a Sunday night
game. Hey, everybody. Give me Alabama, Texas.
Bama.
Yeah, it was a game. Sloppy game.
That was the first time in a long time I've seen that many penalties for one, and Saban's career being in Alabama, that was the most penalties ever happening in one game.
Yep. 15, man. 15 penalties. That's it. Yeah. So there was some pretty bad calls. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the roughing the passer was not a roughing the passer. I mean, yeah, it was a weird game, man. The play in the end zone, where Bryce Young gets flipped over and throws the ball out, which was originally ruled targeting. That was taken off. Then because they called that, they couldn't do the grounding, which it probably should have been. So instead of a safety, Bama gets the punt. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty weird game. I was very happy with the finish, though.
That was a close one.
Can I give a shout out to my mom who's in Kansas and she's watching us right now, and also my sister Julia who's in Thailand watching us right now.
Oh,
And
Sawadee
my sister Rachel who's in San Francisco. Thank you guys for watching.
Hello, Mom. Hello, Nicole Simpson's sister. I love Thailand. Did you go to
Yeah,
Go to
my
Siam
sister-
Mall.
She's in Thailand.
Oh, I
She'd be
love
in
Thailand.
Thailand
That's
for a
so
month.
much fun. Go to Siam Mall. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Thailand a few times. So much fun.
She's
Yeah,
having a
maybe I'll
blast.
retire,
Raining
sell
a lot
everything,
though.
move to Thailand, just be a freaking rock star over there.
That's right.
Yeah, dude, Thailand's awesome, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. I bet it's
I like Thai food.
Oh, dude, it's freaking food. I love spicy food. So, oh yeah.
Mamma mia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Italian, don't throw. Oh, absolutely.
What do you think of Jarvis Landry in New Orleans? I like that as a sleeper pick. Fan.
I like it. I like it.
My
We'll
sister
see what
Julia
happens
just
with
said
Michael
thank
Thomas,
you.
too.
She hears you. She hears you.
Got to get the Nicole Brown Simpson sisters on the show.
Hey guys, maybe Marshall and Notre Dame.
Notre
Well,
Dame.
you got think about it, guys. What happened there was craziness. And you know what? If Notre Dame loses one more game, this will be the first time in the history of Notre Dame being Notre Dame and a 0-3. See, and the next week they're playing California. They're 2-0 versus 0-2. I think, Notre Dame's going to pull it out, but that new head coach, boy, he's hurting right now. He's hurting. And Marshall looked great. And I got to admit, man, Notre Dame didn't look like Notre Dame.
No, and actually, he's already lost. He became the first coach in Notre Dame history to lose 3 starts the first 3 games. So he lost his bowl game last year and the first 2 this year. So he's already, and I like the guy. I wish he would turn it around, even though it is Notre Dame. But yeah, they could easily lose to California this weekend and start 0-3 again. Yeah.
Yep. First time in history.
One good thing does come out of this, though. There will be no discussions about whether Notre Dame deserves to be in the playoff this year, because you got 2 losses to those teams and you ain't going to be in it no more. So at least that's a good thing for all of us in college football.
I'm happy in Michigan world. They finally named the starting quarterback, which was our second string, McCarthy. McCarthy went 11 for 12 last night, 229 and 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable for just great. Granted, it was Hawaii 56-10. We didn't cover the spread, which it was 51.5, but I'm a happy camper. But, I can't believe our second stringer is the guy that won the Big Ten championship last year and took us to the playoff. But you know what? That's not bad to have.
Quick question, guys. What do you think of today's game, Steelers at Bengals? This should be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
I
Bengals
like
take
it.
that pretty easily, too.
Remember, Steelers
I
got a
think
new
Cincinnati
quarterback.
wins by a little. Cincinnati wins by a little.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati. They should. I'd like to see Cincinnati. I've never been a Steelers fan, just
Yeah.
so you guys know. Not a Steelers
Yeah,
fan.
Cincinnati should take it.
Never supported Ben Roethlisberger. I've just never been a Steelers fan at all.
I think the Bengals will take it too.
Yeah, Bengals.
And, that's one thing about Pittsburgh. They got such a young squad, but they got now a veteran quarterback in that backfield. But, that tight end Pitts, or not Pitts, I'm sorry. They just got great players. I love their running back, Najee. I think he'll be fine, too, this year. He put on some weight. Let's see what happens, but I still go with Cincy.
Yeah, let's see the Cincinnati Tigers, and we'll be having the game start real soon this morning. So I'm very excited.
Quick question, real quick about your Pittsburgh. How many starts do you think Trubisky gets before Kenny Pickett takes over?
Yeah, for sure, at least 3.
Yeah.
Think they'll go that far?
Yeah.
If Trubisky goes out and craps a bed today, do you think they'll put in Kenny Pickett next week?
No,
It has to be that bad. Yes, it's got to be that bad. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's got to be that bad. And
So Trubisky really is just a Band-Aid for a little bit.
Well, he's just like the guy in Detroit.
They already just said you're a Band-Aid. We're going to put you in here as part of the team. That's what it's all about. And
that was good.
I'm a little excited about this game, but what do you guys think of Saints and Falcons? Hey!
That could be one of the upsets today, man. Yeah, Marcus Mariota and the Falcons could pull an upset today.
Hey, everybody. Everybody. I want to welcome our guest of the day for Week 1 NFL, Mr. Paul Pratt.
How you guys doing?
The Detroit.
Yeah!
Hi.
What up, boy?
Paul was
Hello.
a Detroit Lion. He's a member of Easy Way Network, just like Sports and Tacos. Got to give a shout out to Easy Way for setting this all up. Paul, are you super excited for the beginning of football?
You know what? I am. I'm very excited. It's hard to watch football sometimes since I retired or since I got quote unquote fired. You know what I'm saying? So the past few years, and I've made a assertive effort to really enjoy football. I started coaching football again, and I think that's brought my love back for it. And it took some of that breakup. Like it's like breaking up with a girl that you can never get back again. Like, man, and you see her every Sunday. She looks better every Sunday. You can't get her back. But I'm actually going to mentally enjoy myself this season. So to see you guys here, KC and Broncos, and we play Eagles, the Lions play Eagles today. You know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy this season, and it's going to be therapeutic for me. Yes.
That's great. We actually have Ian. You might see a guy. It says Guy from Philly. That's Ian. He's a lifelong Eagles fan.
I love it.
So yeah, we actually broke down that game a little bit ago. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Eagles are favored, but the Lions have made some strides to get better. Who was saying that they think they're probably going to win? Ian, weren't you saying that you think the Lions might get close to 500 this season? I think it was Ian.
Yeah, I think they're going to be much better. 7-8 wins. I like Dan Campbell, but I don't think they have the players yet back them up.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of close games last year. I think that division is going to be weaker. If they can split that division, they're going to win some other games too. Because I think Green Bay's going to drop off.
So yeah, Paul, just so you know, we got a Chiefs fan. I'm obviously from Denver, so I'm a lifelong Broncos fan. And let me introduce you to everybody. So our little resident Chiefs fan, that's Alex, the G Unit Ginzel. She's one of our co-hosts. Over there in the other Broncos jersey, that's Tony TMP Pantoja. Me and Tony, we worked together at a huge sports bar in Denver for years, where basically we would do this every day at work, So that's how this all came about, Sports and Tacos. Then down below is a guy, Bama. Same thing. Me and Bama and Tony all worked together for years at the Platte River Bar and Grill, where the idea of Sports and Tacos was born. My buddy Ian, he's from Philly. He's the guy from Philly. They like to boo Santa Claus because that's what they do in Philly. You got our buddy Bentley. He's an OC. He's a Patriots fan. Bama is a Ravens fan. And I think Joe, I'm trying to see if Joe's still on here. Joe might have left, but we also have a Raiders fan. So we got a lot of different fans represented on Sports and Tacos, just so you know, just to kind of, hopefully if you come back, you'll kind of know who you're talking to, and a whole
6
bunch of
minutes
different
and counting. 6 minutes and counting till kickoff.
a whole bunch of different teams are represented. So on Sports and Tacos.
Is Alabama? Is that you must be an Alabama fan because
Oh,
you guys had a
dude.
close game last
That's like Bama.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, guys. I'm sorry I got to interrupt. Dude. I have no connection with Mr. Paul, dude. I can see or hear nothing the gentleman's saying.
Oh,
So
okay, no
I
big deal. He was talking about your close call in Alabama yesterday.
Yes.
And
Okay.
how-
Yeah.
and
No.
how-
Sweating bullets. Yes.
And how personally, if Texas's quarterback wouldn't have got hurt, I think you guys lose that game. Just so you know.
Oh, that's crap. Just like the national championship game a few years ago, we knocked out Colt McCoy. We would have lost that game too. No way. We had that game.
No way. You guys were gonna lose to Texas yesterday. If that
Not
wouldn't
a
have happened.
chance, man.
You barely beat
Texas
them
caught
with their backup quarterback.
Texas caught us on our no. Spencer, Texas caught us on our worst game we played in probably the Nick Saban era, minus the Georgia game in the championship last year, and they still couldn't beat us. So no, they were not going to beat us with a regular quarterback. No.
Yeah, but you know you
Not
did
happening.
pull it out, so you know a win's a win. But that was a scary win if I'm Bama. So
It was
But anyways,
scary. It was ugly, and
so-
I'm afraid.
So Paul, I just got some questions for you.
Yeah.
Whenever I have people on, whether it's like ex-pro sports players, actors, whatever, I'm always interested. At what point of your life did you realize the NFL might be a reality?
Since I was a kid, I always knew I was going to play professional football.
You always knew it?
Always knew
Like,
it.
like at what point was it in? Okay, obviously, you knew that was going to happen, but was it in high school? Was it in like Pee Wee League? Was it in college? Where like you woke up that one morning and were like, "Holy crap, this is about to become real."
Yeah, well, okay, like I say, it was a distant dream because my older brother, he actually played for the Eagles for like 6 months. So I always wanted to play football, be like my older brother. John Gruden brought him in. I remember John Gruden was at my house when I was a little kid. But
Wow.
I wrote in my 5th grade, I'm going to play for the Niners and NFL. But that was a distant dream. But when I really knew I was going to be professional, it was probably even after I got picked up to the Jets initially out of college, because I ran a 4.24 in the 40-yard dash, so I knew I had speed for it.
Wow, that's fast.
I know I'd be one of the fastest there though, and that was after my ACL. I tore my ACL my junior year of college, so I actually got faster after. But I knew I'm glad it's on Sunday because football and faith Sundays is like that's just it's not in football. So I knew that I was I came out in 2008 to the Jets for like 3 days. I wasn't focused. My knee wasn't healthy. I took a whole year off when I was working at LA Fitness. And then once I made up my mind to go back to NFL in May of 2009, I was on the Detroit Lions in November 2009. I had no contacts in the NFL, no coaches. I just stayed, put God first, and then it's like miraculous happening. And I was like, wow, I'm here. So
Dude, that's sweet. Awesome. Okay, Alex, you got any maybe any questions for Paul, somebody that used to play in the NFL that,
Yeah. Paul, what do you think
What are you
about the
thinking?
Chiefs? Do you like them? Do you know any of the players personally?
currently right now with
Yeah.
Detroit, I don't know anybody that's on Detroit. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Stafford, but he's on the Rams. So
Yeah.
Right.
I still think he's Detroit to me. I was like, it's like Detroit Rams. So when the Rams won last year, I'm in LA. I live in LA. I was like, I felt that one. I was like, good. I respect Stafford, and I think he's a good guy. He's a great quarterback.
Yeah, me and Spencer
Tony.
both live in LA now. We both live in LA, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a true Kansas City Chiefs fan. So
Oh, side note, I was actually supposed to go to KC. KC was the first team that wanted me to go, and I don't want to go to KC.
Wow.
I was supposed to go to Kansas City Chiefs, and I ended up.
Why? Why didn't you want to go?
It just looked boring out there. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
That's why I live in LA now. That's
Yeah,
why
they
I
got-
live in LA.
exactly. I thought I was gonna get drafted. I was like, I'm gonna get drafted, and then I didn't get drafted, but I got picked up like an hour after or something like that. It was KC, and then the next day I was gonna go buy a KC hat, and then the Falcons called me, and then the Jets called me, and my best friend was on the Giants at the time. They just won the Super Bowl. He was a rookie. I was like, I'm gonna go to New York. So I was picking with my picking with my heart, not my brain. I probably should have stayed with I should have went to KC. You know what I mean? Because it was only Brandon Flowers, like nobody really there. I could have been, but I wanted to be in the big city. I wanted to be New York.
Yeah, totally get it. Yeah.
Nice. Tony,
Yeah.
you got any questions for?
Oh, Mr. Pratt, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Number 36, man. Number 36 in the pamphlet. Number 36 in your heart. What's up, kid? Oh, man. Hey, I was cheering on your team yesterday, man. Unfortunately, they lost. Nevada.
I seen that. I was like, who did they play? I never heard of that school before. I was like,
Oh, man, me neither, man. Ignoring World. I was just going, what is that? How did they make that? But it was 51-41. Hey, man, I thought about you, buddy. I know we haven't met yet. Now we did, but now I feel for you, bro. I was cheering them on. My team won yesterday, man, by a little bit. We played Hawaii.
Who's your team?
Michigan.
Michigan. Oh, you're a Michigan fan. I love it.
Go Blue, baby.
Ann Arbor. I respect Michigan because I was in Detroit. I took a couple Ann Arbor trips, so I was.
Have you ever been to Have you ever been to the Big House?
I haven't been. I've seen it. I drove by it, but
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh my gosh.
I don't
117,000 large.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I got offered out of college to go play at Michigan State.
Green.
I was offered to go to Michigan State, Oregon, but me not being wise, I'm always trying to be super different. I chose Nevada.
Hey man, you did great though. So how did it feel being an NFL player, man? Getting on those fields, meeting those folks where you're a part of those folks. How did that feel?
It felt normal. It felt like it looks big from when you watch the TV and you look at it like, oh my gosh. And when you get there, it's like, oh, I'm here. It's just like going to work every day. It doesn't.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's not bigger from the outside than when you're there. And it's just normal people who have normal lives, and I miss the locker room camaraderie, and that's what I miss the most.
That's awesome, man. Hey, brother, it's a pleasure to meet you, brother.
Hey, Bentley, you got any questions for Paul?
Pleasure to meet you. And what do you do now? How do you keep yourself in shape? From now and then when you were in football.
Well, I literally just got done doing some steroids. We have a gym called Somebody Fitness. A lot of our clients, we just got done running stairs in Calabasas just right now. I just got back. I just this on. I just got back. I eat very light. I have my own water brand now called Noah Water.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What's that? Yeah, give us a website.
Yes, it's the NoahWater.com. You guys can go. I'm actually I just sponsored. I'm sponsoring Eric Zuli. He's gonna be one of my. I have a thing called Noah Brand Athlete and Artist Sponsorship. So I got a couple athletes, a couple entertainers I like to sponsor. I would love to sponsor Sports and Tacos podcast.
That'd be great.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is I want to I think you guys deserve to have a sponsorship. You know what I'm saying, to represent you guys. So I would love to see
That'd be cool,
you guys.
man. What's special about is there anything special about your water? Is it wetter and colder than other water?
Yes, a few percent. It's purified water electrolytes, so it's like the purest taste ever. I mean, you can Essentia. I got it next to Essentia and all this in stores, and my stuff comes off quicker. But also, it's more special because it's God's water. It's Noah, and it's based off the Bible.
I like it.
Yeah, I've been I just got an honorary doctorate of divinity degree in June. Like who I am, like my talent was football and speed, but my gift is really speaking about God and helping people and giving back and helping.
That's awesome.
That's why I am. You know what I mean?
That's
Does
so
that
awesome.
does that mean if I ever find Miss Right, you can marry us?
Hopefully, if I ever find Miss Right.
Hey, Miss
I'll
Wright
have-
better like the water.
Yeah. So well,
Say what?
awesome. Okay, I
Miss Wright better be a fan of the water.
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, I guess got one last question. So when you first got, and you've probably heard these questions a million times, but like for me, when you first got to the NFL, what was the biggest like shock and awe? What left you in amazement of that, whatever, first day, first week of being in the NFL? Is there a particular thing that you could think of that left you in shock and awe of like, wow, this is real?
I think I was in. I wouldn't say it happened. It was so smooth. I was like, I can't believe I got here this quick in 5 months.
Yeah.
I think the biggest shock and awe for me is just being around the locker room with Calvin Johnson.
Dude, that is
Megatron.
dude.
I mean, as great as he was a player, to be better to go against him every day in practice, and then see him work so hard and play through injuries. And as great as he does on the field, and what you guys see, his character was supersedes his talent on the field. Like I've never seen a person never complain. He first round, $42 million in the bank, and he acts like he's. I was being more prideful than Kevin Johnson. I'm a free agent, street walk on. You know what I mean? So just being around him every day and just earning that respect from him and earning that respect from Stafford. I remember, like, maybe a year after I got released, I was there from 2009 to 2011, but I remember a year after I got released, I just called Calvin Johnson, like, let me see if his number still work. You know what I mean? And he picked up the phone. He was like, P. Pratt. He was so happy to hear from me. He's like, yo, he told the locker room, yo, Pratt's on the phone. They were like, oh, great. I got a lot of respect from the locker room. So just being with Calvin.
That's awesome.
Just like,
Hey, Pratt, have you ever met Barry Sanders?
I seen him at an ESPY event, but I never met Barry Sanders. I don't know. I never got a chance to meet him. Yeah.
I think that is kind of crazy that Tony brings up Barry Sanders and you brought up Calvin Johnson. Their characters were a lot alike, and they both played for the Lions and just put up huge numbers. And they both retired early. They both walked away from the game when they still could have played for another 2, 3, 5 years, possibly.
Easy.
They were not the guys that were spiking the football, doing the dance. It didn't seem like, but Calvin Johnson, his numbers, we actually just recently, we've tried to invent our own little version of fantasy football where we've drafted all-time players, and we got a little game we're going to play on the show just to kind of make stuff interesting. But Calvin Johnson was literally one of the first wide receivers because you had all time to pick from, not just
Barry
players
Sanders.
playing right now. Barry Sanders, but Calvin Johnson, I mean, he's got to be one of the top 5 wide receivers of all time.
Yeah, and I'm real close with T.O. too. T.O.'s one of my close friends too. So
dude, love T.O.
Nice.
I played with him a lot. Yeah, and I always kind of compared the two. If Calvin Johnson had that mean streak like T.O., Calvin Johnson maybe could have been a GOAT. He could have probably been the best because he was just a nice guy. That was his only fault was he was too nice.
Yeah, and to think, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Calvin Johnson, then Demaryius Thomas at Georgia Tech. Did they ever play? I don't know if they ever played on the same team, but could you imagine? I don't think they did, but you go directly from Calvin Johnson to Demaryius Thomas,
Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. Man.
Yeah, DT. Like, I mean, he's one of our heroes because we're Broncos fans. We got a Super Bowl ring.
Well, I went to the Dallas with Brandon Marshall, so he's one of those.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a cold legend.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the reasons. That's just one of the reasons that I am not the biggest fan of Josh McDaniels, just because when he had his first opportunity to coach in the NFL, he came to me and Tony's Broncos And the first thing he did was get rid of Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler. He just cleared house. And and literally a year later, we lost to the Raiders like 57-10, and he gets fired after just clearing house.
I'm a Raider fan, born and raised Raider fan. So
yeah,
I'm just letting y'all know.
I think Raiders are going to be the surprise team this season. Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels. I think the Raiders, it's going to be a very surprising season.
Look, he comes from that Belichick tree, and I think what his problem was in Denver, he was trying to be too much like Belichick. So I think he's having his own personality now.
Yes.
And having this, they had the least amount of penalties in preseason. I was like, wow, okay. I'm excited to see what happens.
It looked like Derek Carr was having fun, and I think Carr and McDaniels are going to have a very good relationship. And I could see the Raiders this year. It's going to be a great division. The Raiders are going to be the big surprise team out of the AFC there.
The Raiders are in LA right now. We're in LA tonight.
The AFC West is going to be sick this year. And just a week or two ago, I was talking about how pretty much all of Belichick's disciples that have gone on to become head coaches have not done well. You can't name one. So sooner or later, one of them is going to hit. And being a lifelong Broncos fan, I really hope it's not Josh McDaniels. But don't get me wrong, I would like to see the Broncos and the Raiders battling for that division. But dude, that division right now is insane. You could have every team in that division make the playoffs, I think.
First time in history.
I think to be realistic, I think the Broncos may be the weakest in the division because they have the new quarterback. We don't know. I mean, KC has Mahomes, you know what I mean? And Herbert has, established. So the biggest question mark is the Broncos.
Yeah. But on paper, it's going to be a crazy season for the AFC West. You could have a team with 11 or 12 wins. I don't know if it's possible, but not make the playoffs. I think. I don't know. We were talking about it the other day, but that division from top to bottom, by far the best division in the NFL.
Today we'll see the black hole at SoFi Stadium.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That one I got the Chargers, like I told you before.
I'm taking the Raiders, at least the cover. I don't think they're getting crushed.
They're calling them San Diego Chargers. I can't give them the LA Chargers yet.
Yeah.
I'm an LA Raider.
Well, cool. Hey, Paul, thank you very much for coming on.
Hey, thank you, Paul.
Feel free to. We got football games that are started, so I'm sure everybody wants to get to watch football.
Tacos.
But, thank you very much for coming on. I'd love to have you on again. Let's chat about Noah Water and all the things. And I'm not sure what your plans are today. I don't know if Eric told you about the big Maloof event. The Stunts and Fun event. Me and Alex are heading out there now. So
I have an electric car, so hopefully I can drive that out there. It's not that big of a tank. I only got like 140 miles on my BMW i3.
Right.
Hopefully I can get out there.
Awesome. Well, cool, Paul. Thank you very much for coming on. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
God bless you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Go Lions.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, there's got our guests done. So games are starting. We still have a whole bunch to talk about, but let's get on to football. So, anyways, Sports and Tacos opening day, week 1 is in the books. Anybody got any parting words?
What kind of tacos are you guys eating today?
Spencer, what kind of tacos are we going to eat today?
Football tacos.
I'm going to be eating seasoned grilled beef tacos.
What about carne asada or El Pastor?
Yes.
Carne asada.
Carne
Red
asada.
salsa or green salsa?
You got to go the verde, bro. It's all about the verde.
Unless you're in Denver, green chili. I don't know why it's not a thing in LA, but that is what Denver is known for, its green chili.
I know.
See, you can get a fajita steak burrito smothered in Colorado Verde chili with a little bit of shredded rice, fresh pico de gallo.
That sounds so good. You guys are making me hungry.
Hatch green chili from New Mexico. It comes straight up I-25. Like, it's the best thing in the world. People think it's magical and medicinal, just so you know. But I don't know any other places, major cities, that have authentic green chili like you have in Denver.
Oh,
And you want the dynamite hatch green chili because, as my grandpa used to say, it'll make you walk like John Wayne.
Oh boy.
All right, dudes. Let's wrap it up. We'll call that a really good show.
Go Broncos!
And Alex, are we out off to San Gabriel?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're
Hey,
out.
guys, enjoy. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be awesome. You got to post some pictures.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.
Although there will
It's
be
football
live
time.
There will be some live broadcasts from Easy Way Network. So, all right, see you
Awesome.
guys.